Mr. Chair, I rise in strong support of H.R. 8790, the Fix Our Forest Act, a bipartisan forestry package that I'm proud to lead with my good friend and colleague from California, Representative Peters, and which passed out of the Natural Resources Committee earlier this year by voice vote. This comprehensive package is the product of many months of hard work and bipartisan collaboration. This bill was not formulated in Washington, D.C. From field hearings in the shadow of Half Dome in Yosemite National Park to site visits to tribal reservations in New Mexico, we have traveled the country to hear from experts and find consensus on the best approaches to improve the management of our nation's forest. I may be the only licensed forester in Congress, but you don't need a forestry degree to understand that our nation's dire forest health crisis demands our immediate attention. This year alone, wildfires have burned more than 7.3 million acres nationally. In the past 10 years, wildfires in the U.S. have burned over 73 million acres, roughly the same area as the state of Arizona. But catastrophic wildfires are much more than just statistics. They destroy lives, they destroy property, they degrade our air and water quality, turn abundant wildlife habitat into moonscapes, and create billions of dollars in economic damage. One of the most tragic consequences of the wildfire crisis is seeing entire communities in the path of uncontrollable megafires leveled year after year. The 2018 Camp Fire in California destroyed the towns of Paradise and Concal, burning over 18,000 structures and killing 85 people. In 2020, the North Complex Fire completely engulfed and demolished the towns of Berry Creek and Feather Falls, wiping out over 2,300 structures. And just last year, I saw firsthand the immediate aftermath of the devastating wildfire in Maui that destroyed the historic town of Lahaina, causing untold damages. Behind these examples are real people who are left to pick up the pieces and communities that will never be the same again. With over 1 billion acres at risk for wildfire across the country, we sadly know these tragedies will persist without intervention. In fact, the Forest Service has identified more than 70,000 communities and 44 million acres, or 44 million homes that are at risk of experiencing a catastrophic wildfire in the wildland-urban interface. The good news is that we know what needs to be done. We must increase the pace and scale of scientifically proven forest management to restore health and resiliency to our nation's forest. The Fix Our Forest Act will restore forest health, increase resiliency to catastrophic wildfires, and protect vulnerable communities. Right now, it takes 3 to 5 years to begin work on a forest management program. This bill simplifies and streamlines cumbersome and costly environmental reviews so that if enacted, land managers could go into our forests the next day and begin the work we know needs to happen. H.R. 8790 empowers states, tribal, local, and private partners to get more work done on the ground by strengthening the Good Neighbor Authority and stewardship contracting. This bill also creates a framework for prioritizing treatments in our most at-risk areas. By encouraging the adoption of innovative science and technology, we can improve wildfire suppression capabilities, lower cost, and protect communities. The best part is that we will save a pound in cure by investing a penny in prevention. The Congressional Budget Office has confirmed that reducing the risk of wildfires will lower wildfire suppression costs, allowing us to invest more in proactive, preventative forest management. If you believe that money is the only thing that will fix this problem, then you should vote for the Fix Our Forest Act, because the bill will free up financial resources to invest in critical forest management work. This is a good bill that will help us finally turn the tide against the historic forest health crisis. I want to thank the members on both sides of the aisle who have contributed their input and ideas to this bipartisan product. I am proud to support even more bipartisan amendments offered by my colleagues on both sides of the aisle today. They say the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The next best time is today. While we can't reverse the decades of inadequate forest management that have led us to this dire juncture, we can take a positive step today that will ensure healthier forests and communities for our children far into the future. I support the bill and reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman reserves. The gentlewoman from California is recognized.